This is the Night Wolf howling at you, and today we're going to be taking a look at a Masters of the Universe movie vehicle, the Fright Fighter, the evil dragonfly attack vehicle. And this comes unassembled, as noted in the corner. Now, this is obviously based on the Fright Fighter from the vintage era in the 80s, but up to date to go along with its appearance in the movies. So on the front, we do see a couple of these Fright Flyers here. That might be Beastman flying that one, I'm not sure. On the side, we just see another Fright Fighter, and it's just continuing the pictures from the front. Did I say on the side or they're on the front? Either way. On this side, it is the Fright Flyer. And the image is... weird. There's something stuck to it. The other image here just shows Snake Mountain. I'm assuming that's the movie version of Snake Mountain. Looks more like a Cobra head this time around. On the top... we do see like how you can grab an enemy fighter and its mandibles, open to place a figure, pincher attack, and wings flap. And then obviously that also continues the photo on the top if you look at that part. And then we have what looks interestingly like they have a couple of the He-Man figures or renders of the He-Man figures on the ground there. I'm not 100% sure if those are Origins based or not, to be honest with you. But then we have Spikor in the cockpit. Coincidentally, Spikor is the only villain character I have to put in this vehicle. The Fright Flyer, evil dragonfly attack vehicle. He-Man, Teela, and Man-at-Arms battle the Fright Flyer, piloted by the evil warriors on their journey to save Eternia from the forces of darkness. Colors and decorations may vary. Additional figures and accessories not included, subject to availability. And then we have on the bottom here, upside down, are the instructions on how to assemble it. Now it's right side up. I'm honestly kind of curious as to if there are instructions inside. So we have assembly and how to play with it. Let's go ahead and open the sucker up, shall we? How exciting! A cardboard box! Sorry. So the parts that come with the Fright Flyer are the tail end, which has two... oh, okay, hold on. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so this part you can move easily on its own. This part you actually have to pull this little thingy in. So it locks in place there and locks in place there. Although I guess if that's the hand... ooh, that's soft. That's very soft plastic there. I don't know if some of this is like... it looks like there's a lot of dust and stuff in here. I don't know if you saw any of that. Let me see if it's on the other side. There's just like a lot of white powder in the side there. There's a gun back here and a mandible, but this does not open or close. So that's kind of sad. We've got two little guns. Well, two big guns here, actually. Which it looks like actually you can, if you really wanted to, put them in a figure's hand. So there's that. Although both the barrels kind of come together at the front here, and I don't know if that's just... I think that's by design, but that's kind of silly. Unless it's supposed to like shoot two lasers that come together to form one. We have what looks like 3 jet engines here at the back. Oh, look at that. That is a trigger for the wings. Oh, and this triggers the claw. All right, so let's pull that away. Let's put this together. Looks like the gun's attached down here. It does... there does appear to be a little... I heard a little clicking noise there. So it does not lock into place per se, but it does seem to have a better grip back there. We'll add the tail. I'm going to let you guys all know right now that this does not look like this tail is going to be designed to pop off again once you put it on. So it will probably not go back in the box. I'm just saying that based on the design here and how it is. So, yeah. You ain't pulling that out unless you break it. There with the wings again. The wings do seem to be identical, so I don't think it matters what side it goes on, and I don't see any notation on either one of them as to which side it goes on. The thing is, I think because we got this vehicle for the movie, I don't think we're going to get a vintage version for Origins. Oh shit, I put it on upside down. I am smart. There we go. So here is the Fright Flyer in all of its glory. And it is huge. So again, we can flap the wings by pulling the trigger back there. But in order to do that, you have to hold on to the tail here. Which actually, let's... If we do this... Oh. Like this... It's a lot easier to trigger that. Oh, check that out. Okay. I did not realize that earlier when I was playing with the tail before I connecting it. But this does actually rotate up also. So we've got 1, 2, 3 points of articulation on the tail. Although nothing has a ball joint, it's just all hinges. But it does allow you to move that gun into a better position than what it looked previously. We also can hold on here very nicely. And then you can pull this back to activate the mandibles. Oh, shoot. All right, we got a little lip here to open it up. So we can take a look inside. There are no stickers that came with this, no instructions. Although, I'll try to get a picture of it to post up here. There is a little spot here that, and up here that does look like they could have had stickers to represent, you know, screens for flying here and targeting computers and stuff like that. Especially since we have like 3 sets of guns here and the pinchers. There are handles for the figures to hold on to. So let's go ahead and put him in. Obviously, he's not going to be able to hold on to the handles. Spikor is the figure that they show in the vehicle, so... There we go. We got his hand on there. You know, this is probably a really bad choice for figure for this. Let's get that out of the way. Speaking right now, it looks like he is too big for this vehicle. Well, it does close, so I guess he's not too big for it. But there we have him inside with no peripheral vision whatsoever. I wish I had a vintage one to compare this to, but I do not. I'm sure somebody else will. I'll have to watch that video myself. So now, we know they're doing those core class figures for Masters of the Universe, so obviously we need to check to see if those will fit in here. And I only have the Skeletor. But I'm thinking that this may be designed to fit multiple size figures. The damn cape gets in the way. I don't have... This is the only core class figure that I have bought, by the way. Just throwing that one out there right now. I'm still debating if I want to get any of the core class movie figures. I will probably get Tila. And I did accidentally order Adam in the Sky Sled, so there's that. But there, core class Skeletor fits just fine. So if you aren't getting the Origins figures, which I'm not sure why you would not be buying the Origins figures, the core class definitely seems to be meant more for kids. So as an adult collector, I'm assuming you're buying the Origins ones. Skeletor fits in just fine, so you should be able to use this though with core class. So if you want this for your kids, it should work out. And we of course have one other scale of figure here to try out. Now, a lot of the Origins vehicles, like the Roton, the Sky Sled, the Wind Raider, probably even, I believe even the Talon Fighter, were definitely designed to work with both Origins and the Masterverse figures. I'm not so sure that this will work with our Chronicles figures, but let's find out. Of course, King Grayskull here may not be the best choice for this either. But his back feels like it's all the way on the back there, and his feet stick out the front end, so that would be a no. So this is our look at the Masters of the Universe movie Flight Fighter. And it actually looks really nice. The only problem I have is kind of like with the collector. I'm not sure where I'm going to put this. Well, then again, when I get those shelves I want, I probably have room on there for it. But other than that, this thing does kind of take up a lot of real estate with those wings and the tail. And while you can fold the tail down and stuff, it still takes up a lot of room, you know what I mean? But it looks cool and it's a great looking vehicle. But it is definitely something you're going to have to consider if you have room for it. And I do want to point out too that the engines in the back, all three of them do look like they could take blast effects. I just don't know what effects you would use because Masters of the Universe, Mattel, for whatever reason, decided not to make blast effects universally compatible with all their vehicles and shit, which is really stupid, unlike G.I. Joe, where the blast effects are compatible with each other. And I think some of them will even work with Transformers, but I'm not 100% sure on that because I haven't tried. But this is a cool looking little vehicle. It's a nice update, I guess, for the modern era for the Fright Fighter. But I say that as somebody who has only actually ever seen it at conventions and stuff. I've never seen the original version of this toy in person, again, aside from at conventions and stuff. So I'm not actually 100% sure how this compares to the original version. As I mentioned, somebody else will have to tell us. I'm sure like Ken from Retro Toy Escapades probably has the original one in his collection somewhere. Maybe Toy Habits. So go check out their channels if they're doing a review on this one for that information, I'm sure. But as far as this goes, I think it's great. If you want it, go for it. It was available on Target.com when I ordered it. It's probably still there. I do not know if it's anywhere else, so you'll just have to maybe check Amazon or Walmart if you want. But why don't you guys let me know what you think of this vehicle in the comments below, and if you did enjoy this review, please feel free to sting that like button. And if you want to hear more of my nonsense in the future, you can subscribe. Perhaps you might want to use your mandibles to grasp that notification bell. I thank you for watching. Peace and love.